My name is Luke, and L2 Academy is my channel, and I put this channel together for people who are sick of working for other people. This channel is going to be my opportunity to share what I've learned over the last 2 or 3 decades about working for myself and help people free themselves from the enslavement of a day-to-day job. This video is about concept number 1. There's only 3 areas, generally speaking, that you can trade for income. We all need money. It's as important as everything that it buys. Now, you have resources, the means of production, or labor. Those are the 3 categories that you have to choose from. Resources are the people that are born into royal families and wealthy families who own hundreds of thousands of acres, and all they have to do is let somebody pay them to loot the trees off of their land, and they get money for the trees. They own a mountain that they can blow the side out of and collect the rock or the decomposed granite or the coal or whatever it happens to be made of, and they can sell that mountain for money. They own oil fields. They own the opium fields in Afghanistan. They own the lithium mines in Afghanistan. These are the people that own all of the mines in the United States. They own all of the rights to the rivers where they have power plants and stuff running off the rivers, okay? These are people that own resources that we will never have a chance to own. So you can scratch that category. Category number 2 is the means of production. Who buys the trees? The guy with the mill. He buys the trees, turns them into lumber, sells them to all the hardware stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, Ace, anything he can. He might even have a store of his own, but he turns trees into lumber. Somebody else would take all of them giant boulders from that mountain, crush them into gravel, run them through screens, and then they sell them to road construction crews. They have their scalpings and their 3/4 minus and their 2-inch and their jaw run and all the different sizes of rock. Okay, but you've got the machinery to take the resources and turn them into a product. One guy grows all the wheat, the next guy has the mill that turns it all into flour. Now, you're going to need employees for that, and that is where we all start, generally speaking, is the labor category. Whether it's skilled, unskilled, educated, uneducated, you're trading your time for money. So the first step is to recognize what you have to offer. Now, you wouldn't even care about this video if you owned mountains covered with trees you could sell, or mountains full of some ore you could mine and sell. Okay? And if you already own the means of production, you probably have your head around how to run a business already because you're in the loop. But if you're starting out the little guy who's working at the tire shop, or you're painting cars at a paint shop, or you're working retail and you fantasize all day about breaking away and you don't know which way to go, first thing you have to do is recognize that you're going to continually sell your time and you're going to sell your labor on somebody else's clock. They're going to tell you how, when, and where to do whatever it is that you're going to do. Whether it required an education that cost you a bunch of money, whether it required certifications from some agency or the state, whether you learned a skill as a tradesman, you're a machinist, or you're an electrician, or you're a plumber, all these things, you're still, at the end of the day, selling your labor for time. To graduate from that, the first thing you have to do is start to acquire the means of production, which means, for example, if you're a welder making $30 an hour working for a company welding, you need to start buying every single tool that you need so that you can start welding for end customers, not a boss. If you work at a furniture shop and all you do is build beautiful furniture all day, hourly, you need to sacrifice all the luxuries of life, and you need to save your money and look on Craigslist, and you need to hustle used stuff and go to pawn shops and whatever you need to somehow hustle up the tools so that you can open your own wood shop and start selling the furniture that you're making and selling to the end consumer. You can't be a slave forever and be happy. You know, a man was designed to be free if you really want to get any satisfaction out of life. You know, ships are safe in the harbor, but that's not what they were built for. They were built to go to sea and deal with bad weather, okay? So this is the first concept I'm going to put out there. That is, recognize that if you're working for someone else and you're trading your time and your life for a paycheck. You need to figure out how to transcend that and move into running your own show, and that requires some means of production. Like I said, if you're a welder, start buying all the tools, start putting together a metal shop. If you're a carpenter, start picking up all the tools and get set up so that you're mobile or that you have a facility to work out of. Whatever it is you learn to do, start moving in the direction of getting the stuff together to do it for the consumer, not for a boss. That's video number one. That's concept number one. In the next video, what I'm going to talk about is the 3 things that you need to focus on to determine what business might be best for you to start if you don't already have a plan. So I'll get to that in the next video. Hope you got something out of this. Watch the next one. Subscribe and you'll get them all. I've got a lot of stuff to share. Have a good one.